SpaceX's Starship plays a critical role as the human landing system within NASA's Artemis program. While NASA provides the SLS launch vehicle and Orion spacecraft for lunar orbit, Starship is responsible for transporting astronauts to and from the lunar surface. This division of labor reflects the evolving landscape of space exploration, with private companies taking on specific roles. The Artemis program differs significantly from the Apollo era, where the lander was integrated with the launch vehicle. The limitations of NASA's SLS, including reduced payload capacity compared to the Saturn V rocket, necessitate a separate lunar lander. This design choice highlights the logistical complexities of a modern lunar mission. SpaceX's Starship is thus crucial for transporting the crew and essential supplies to the lunar surface and returning them safely. This reflects the current need for modular and adaptable space vehicles capable of handling the complex requirements of lunar exploration. NASA's Artemis program demands a robust lunar lander capable of transporting substantial infrastructure to the lunar surface. SpaceX's Starship, chosen for this crucial role, faces significant engineering challenges. Early tests have encountered setbacks, including explosions during launch attempts, highlighting the inherent risks of developing cutting-edge space technology. Despite these challenges, the program continues to refine the design and procedures. The Lunar Starship design prioritizes functionality for the unique lunar environment, differing significantly from previous spacecraft. Significant modifications, such as new landing legs and thrusters, are essential to enable stable landings and operations in the lower gravity lunar environment. The ongoing design modifications underscore the demanding nature of lunar missions, highlighting the complexity of landing heavy payloads and maintaining astronaut safety. Successful lunar landings will require overcoming considerable engineering hurdles in the next few years. SpaceX faces critical refueling and lunar operational challenges for the Artemis program. A dedicated refueling system, potentially using a specialized tanker Starship, is essential for transporting sufficient fuel for lunar missions. The lower lunar gravity necessitates unique landing strategies, differing significantly from procedures used on Earth. This requires meticulous planning and advanced design modifications. Successfully carrying out these refueling maneuvers is crucial for ensuring the long-term sustainability of a potential lunar base. The complexities of fuel transfer and landing procedures underscore the sophisticated logistical requirements of sustained lunar operations. SpaceX must perfect these procedures to support the extended stays of astronauts on the Moon. SpaceX must create adequate living quarters within the Starship for extended lunar stays. The spacecraft's design, with significant interior space, allows for this crucial element. Adapting NASA's existing life support systems from the Crew Dragon capsule is vital for a lunar mission. The challenge lies in scaling up these systems for the extended durations needed for the lunar mission. This crucial component ensures the health and well-being of astronauts during extended periods on the Moon. Developing a comprehensive and reliable life support system for lunar operations is a critical step in the program. Success hinges on the ability to sustain astronaut health and comfort, even during the prolonged periods of lunar missions. SpaceX's Starship, while powerful, faces challenges beyond raw thrust for lunar missions. Reaching and returning from lunar orbit requires extensive refueling, necessitating a reusable tanker ship. The sheer volume of fuel required for lunar travel significantly complicates the mission. Multiple docking maneuvers with the tanker ship are needed to fully fuel the Starship for the lunar journey. This adds substantial logistical and financial complexity. The need for a reliable, reusable refueling system is paramount. Mastering the refueling process is crucial to unlocking the full potential of Starship for lunar missions, ensuring the vehicle has sufficient fuel to reach lunar orbit and complete a return journey. A successful uncrewed demonstration landing on the Moon by Starship is a prerequisite for crewed missions under the Artemis program. This critical step validates the spacecraft's capabilities in the lunar environment before human astronauts embark. Prior to Artemis 3, SpaceX must demonstrate the Starship's ability to land on the Moon safely and return intact. This crucial demonstration mission is key to ensuring astronaut safety. The success of this test flight is essential for gaining confidence in the safety and reliability of Starship for crewed missions. This step underscores the commitment to thorough testing and verification before embarking on the next phase of the lunar mission, ensuring safety and validating the technology. The Artemis program, a collaborative effort between NASA and private companies like SpaceX, aims to return humans to the moon within this decade. This ambitious project, marking a significant step in human space exploration, focuses on establishing a sustained lunar presence. SpaceX plays a pivotal role in the program, tasked with developing the Starship, a crucial component for lunar landings. This massive spacecraft is designed to transport astronauts to the lunar surface and back, facilitating the initial stages of setting up a permanent base. The program's timeline is dynamic and subject to adjustments, reflecting the complexities inherent in space travel. This ambitious endeavor underscores the evolving nature of space missions, necessitating constant adaptation and refinement of the operational plan. The program's focus is on developing and implementing a robust and reliable system for crewed lunar missions, setting a course for extended human presence beyond Earth. The project marks a significant step towards long-term space exploration. The future of human spaceflight hinges on the successful development and implementation of these lunar technologies, including Starship's refinements and its role in the Artemis missions. Significant challenges remain in refining and testing these systems before a fully crewed mission. The combined efforts of SpaceX and NASA are critical for ensuring a successful lunar return mission. Overcoming these technological and logistical obstacles is crucial for demonstrating the feasibility and safety of lunar exploration. The joint venture highlights the complex and multifaceted nature of establishing a sustained human presence in space. This ambitious goal requires collaboration, technological innovation, and meticulous planning for a future with human settlements beyond Earth. The Artemis program stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of space exploration. Intuitive machines set to embark on second moon landing mission. Denver, February 26th, Reuters. Intuitive Machines, Lonero, opens new tab was set on Wednesday for the launch of its second moon lander, aiming to make the latest private U.S. moonshot 1 year after the space company's first lunar mission ended early with a lopsided landing. The six-legged lander, named Athena and roughly as tall as a giraffe, is encapsulated atop a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida, ahead of its launch scheduled for 7:17 p.m. GMT Thursday, the start of a 4-day launch window if Wednesday's attempt gets scrubbed. The lander is loaded with scientific instruments, mostly customer payloads, including a Hopper rover built by Intuitive Machines that will deploy from the lander after touchdown and hop around the lunar terrain as a mobility test. This mission is much more complex than our first mission, Trent Martin, Intuitive Machines Senior Vice President of Spacecraft, said in an interview. The most critical piece, Martin said, is making sure that we land upright so that we can get on to the science and technology demonstrations that we need to do on the surface of the moon. Early last year, the company's first lander, named Odysseus, made it farther than any other private company without smashing on the moon's surface, a feat celebrated by NASA. But its hard touchdown, descending about 6 times faster than planned, broke a lander leg and caused it to topple over, dooming many of its onboard experiments. With Athena, engineers made improvements to the lander's laser altimeter that was partially to blame for the last moonshot's hard landing. The company seems confident this time around, but with complex spacecraft in the moon's unforgiving environment, success isn't guaranteed. We definitely have fixed the laser altimeter this time, and that part will work, Martin said. But you never know what that other thing is that's going to jump up and bite you. Other onboard payloads include a rover built by Japan's Diamond Company, limited in technology from Nokia to test 4G communications between spacecraft on the moon, and a pair of NASA instruments, also on board, will drill 3 feet into the moon's surface to examine its composition for trace amounts of ice or other resources that could potentially be exploited for fuel in future moon missions. That research could be crucial for future lunar astronaut missions drawn up by NASA's Artemis program, the flagship U.S. moon effort that counts Intuitive Machines landers, and others from companies such as Firefly Aerospace and Astrobotic, as precursor expeditions ahead of more risky crewed missions. If all goes as planned on Wednesday, Intuitive Machines' Athena lander would become the 3rd spacecraft actively heading for the moon's surface. Firefly's Blue Ghost lander is due for its first landing attempt on Sunday, followed by a lander from Japan's ice base that will make its touchdown attempt in the coming months. Athena's landing attempt is expected March 10th, and its mission on the surface would last 10 days. NASA has other moon missions in work and plans to use SpaceX's Starship to return humans to the lunar surface by around 2027. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, an influential Trump administration ally, as well as President Donald Trump himself, have suggested focusing on Mars and less on the moon, stirring anxiety and uncertainty in a burgeoning industry that has placed heavy bets on the moon. Martin said Intuitive Machines was bracing for any potential changes to the U.S. space program by Trump and suggested the company could adapt to Mars missions if necessary. Obviously, you have to play the game that is in front of you, Martin said, and as a company, we're not overlooking those things.